So I want to talk to you about some visioning tools, and the first one in this section is about the as is to be. So when we're creating change, one of the really concrete ways of articulating that is to describe the current situation and the future situation in really concrete terms. So an as is to be tool helps you to just really set out what is it like now, what do we need it to be like, and then you can start to think about how do we get from A to B, from as is to be. In its simplest form, an as is to be process involves drawing a line down the middle of a flip chart with a heading of as is on the left and to be on the right, and then listing characteristics down through that tool. You can do that collectively, you can do it in groups. If you want to be a little bit more sophisticated, you can set categories. So you might be talking about the visitor welcome, the finances, the way the building flows, the artistic program, the employee experience, our marketing materials. Those could be headings down the left-hand side of the page, and then you look at each of those in turn, as is and to be. If you want to work with a larger group, you could use post-it notes to post against each of those topics to really surface how different people feel that might change over time. If you want to do it an as is to be from different perspectives, you could also think about categories like from the audience perspective, from the funder perspective, from the leadership perspective, from the audience perspective. So those could be your categories running down the left-hand side. Or if you feel that you want to kind of unearth the experience more, you could get a bit more gestalt and you could talk about what will it look like, what will it sound like, what will it feel like, what will I be able to do in that place, what will I be able to, how will I engage with it. So the as is to be tool is a really helpful way of turning a broad vision that might be we're going to transform the way that we work in our organisation, or we're going to shift the way that we engage audiences into some nice specific clear elements that then start to be clear for stakeholders and also help you to start to plan how to make that change happen. If you're working on an as is to be and you're part of change creation, then do share the outcomes of that work on your blog, and then if you're happy to, in Slack. If you're working outside the change creation program and you'd like some feedback on your as is to be vision, then feel free to send it through to me, r.watts@peoplemakeitwork.com, and I'd be really happy to have a chat with you about how that's looking and whether there's some additional questions and steps that you might want to take. The as is to be tool is just one of several that we're using within change creation, and so if you want to know about other ones, then just connect with other ones of these videos, and good luck with your change visioning. Thanks very much.